Nocturne. The Ori Nocturne.
All right. Nocturne, Udyr, Orianna. We see the Draven ban again. This gets picked in the next game by Deft.
They've done it. They've done it, haven't they?
All right, I guess we're just going to see the same thing, except now with Nocturne for Pyosik. Because they want to lose bot lane?
Well,
look, guys, I'm not down with the Nocturne picks, generally speaking. Even if you have Nocturne Orianna, which is obviously a great engage combo. So taking out Ezreal is huge value here, because that's a safe AD you could play in the bot lane. Okay, we're just going to ban all the ADs again.
See, that kind of makes sense because you have the.
Okay, they're going to take Senna.
The Senna is going to come down
lane, and you don't have to like fully index into dive. You can still utilize.
really. Before it was into Renata specifically.
Here we go. Barrel Sway is back.
Before, I mean, Bull doesn't really strike
And
me as a player.
double AD carry.
Also doesn't really strike me as a Jhin player.
And also, Jin's very bad at killing tanks. So, this Udyr
will not die.
Yeah, after a certain point in the game.
Maybe Senna, like 45 minutes in, maybe?
Okay, so I think Nocturne always appreciates when he has an immobile target to dive onto. You've just given him 2, right? With the Shockwave as well,
on the space is Wolf. He's got his hands up in the air.
He's not happy.
That's his hand situation. He's going to dislike it even more. Oh, groaning over there on the desk. I think.
I fear for the life of this Jhin center.
You were talking about Huni and Wolf, maybe, you know, groaning over there on the desk. I think we just lost Max. I think I've heard he has left
the building.
He's not a big Jhin fan. I think in this situation, he's going to dislike it even more.
Really?
Because I do agree. Now look. Oh, there they are on the space. Is Wolf. He's got his hands up in the air.
We don't like Jhin here.
But also,
like, you have backline access with Nocturne, but who else is diving? Like, you actually just have to hope that they don't get peeled. You know, but Nocturne by himself is not that easy to peel. Like, you have to hit a Nocturne ult with Ori Ball straight into Shockwave. It's not like this is a dive composition. In fact, I would argue this Nocturne is incredibly awkward in this comp. Because you want to push. You would like to push with this lane. You would like to push with this lane. And so Nocturne is trying to farm, which leaves them to be very vulnerable to any ganks that could come in from Vi. You can actually peel. This is kind of a self-peeling combo. And like lethality Jhin is no joke. Right? You know, there's a decent amount of counter engage here.
also doesn't really strike me as a Jhin player.
And also, Jin's very bad at killing tanks. So, this Udyr
will not die.
Yeah.
I mean, Jhin may be bad at killing tanks, but he has,
Senna, like,
you know, the Azir is going to do a lot of damage. Rumble is going to build Leandries.
Okay, so
there they are on the space is Wolf. He's got his hands up.
I don't know. I guess I'm not too down on this.
The KT games have just been bangers this entire season.
They've been a very enjoyable team to watch.
Yeah, what tank? Exactly, Udyr.
And honestly,
You also just don't have to kill Udyr, by the way. Like, Udyr may not be able to get into team fights against Kwangdong. There's a lot of peel. There's tons of roots. Jhin root, Senna roots, Azir ult, Vi peel. You know, Rumble's going to be standing there with the Leandries. I don't know. Kwangdong, I just hate this Nocturne pick.
He's going to be spotted doing the Raptors, and there's not much they can do about it because it's late. And yeah, because
also, okay. So they know he's here, right? Because they see him on the ward. So now you can just vertical jungle. This gets pushed in, and then you just kill them from behind, and Nocturne just like farts around in the top side doing whatever. And yeah, I guess you're hoping that the Rumble pushes out so you could abuse this, but like Nocturne ganks, pre-6, not the most scary things in the universe.
We'll spot that. Level 1 here as the barrier is used by Ondil.
He lost the trade with the barrier.
Jungle, a couple of wards in the river as well, so we'll spot that. Level 1 here as the
It's pretty sad that he lost the trade with the barrier.
You know, I am interested to see how this lane goes because I think Wei's kit really allows him to crush Renata, right? I think it's, you know, she's countered out by long-range poke, but this matchup, I think the double AD carries have a more of a fighting chance, so it's going to come down to skill expression.
I just looked at the meme and how on earth is this an American representative? Well, luckily we have hundreds of representatives, so her individual power is quite low. And so she just gets to be fucking hilarious instead of actually damaging most of the time.
Likely see Beryl wait till level 3 before he's trying to set up that CC into the trap, because I think if you land that on Andel, he's just going to get blown up.
Yeah.
Hello, Monty, what happened to foreplay? Well, both our editor and I had babies. And Richard was moving houses, so I will probably release the Tokyo Godfather one today. And we're moving on to heist movies for our next arc, so we're recording the Heat one tonight. Yeah, Santos pretty funny too.
Yeah, and I think this is also going to be a big. I mean, obviously, Kwangdong Freecs is not like one of the top teams in the league, so you have to take it with a pinch of salt, but. To me, when he was playing it before, I was like, cool, this is really good in Renata counter. If he's able to bring out more situations, great, fantastic. And I think generally, when you think about his kit and how it syncs with his teammates, like the bot lane of KT have these long range.
You remember asking my opinions on Satoshi Kon? Yes, I love Satoshi Kon. Big fan. Seen all of his shit.
That pillar, which I forget the name of. You know the one I mean.
Yeah.
The long range one.
The long range boom boom.
Yes, I think that's the name.
Yeah, that's the name actually, officially.
Yeah.
Blue buff taken.
Have these long. Kwangdong Freecs is not.
All right, a bit interesting here that they knew the Nocturne was up there.
Utilizing the range in his kit, hopefully setting up some fears for Def to trap from as well.
And then Vibe, because paths into, gets seen and gets passed into Krug, so I guess he's trying to cover for the dive? I don't really understand this, guys. Maybe he doesn't want to path over here because all of his lanes are pushed in and he doesn't want a level 3 gank.
I mean, the buff is happening,
but he's just like allowing himself.
On this pick. That's really the scary part.
Like, unless he's going to gank right now.
I think this is also going to be a big. I mean, obviously, Kwangdong Freecs is not like one of the top teams in the league, so you have to.
Feels pretty awkward though.
To me, when he was playing it before, I was like,
did they see where Nocturne went?
Into the trap from 1,000. You land on.
No. Look at the minimap right now. Okay. Well.
And I think generally, when you think about,
I guess he just gets lucky that this is there. This pathing is super weird from both of these guys. Like, Nocturne went and did Wolves and then went to bot side, I assume, thinking that Vi might be over there. So Vi just happens to find the blue buff up.
But the shockwave on it, if you can follow up with that pillar, which I forget the name of, you know the one I mean.
Yeah.
The long range one.
The long range boom boom.
Yes, I think that's the name.
Yeah, that's the name actually, officially.
Yeah.
Blue buff taken here by Cuz after Goshik went red to red. Now Cuz is trying to get in here. He doesn't have smite, so now he's like, well, now I don't have mid prio, so I guess I'm gonna go the long way around.
You also really can't opt into a 1v1 with the Nocturne. If you just tether that fear, he'll just start beating you up, so ends up being favorable for the side of KT when it comes to Scuttle Crab, but there's still that bot Scuttle alive.
The prisoner for Nerd Legion? Okay, I'll take a look at that, maybe.
To pick it up, considering he has the coverage from his bot lane. Already, Bowlers actually have to, we missed this when we're looking top side.
Say yes to Widehard, hello.
And you have to back off. Play taken.
You missed
13 CS down. Not going too well.
Yeah, no, it's not. Deft is not going to get
Bits! Oh, Shobes, 572, you're back. There is no luck, just 7 head plays.
Eventually does get to the Scuttle Crab, which was generally.
Thank you, Shobes. Welcome back.
Clear the top side of the map and then look for a reset. Might be trying to play for the dragon here. See what his plan is here in just a moment, I'm sure.
The early Ocean Dragon as well is a pretty big one. You know, they lower the impact of a lot of individual.
I'm always back.
And Ocean Dragon does fall off quite a bit. It's not as useful later, but in the laning phase is honestly one that has the biggest impact, just with that extra sustain. So, not really something I think they're going to massively be thinking about, but definitely nice to secure just towards the stacking and also having some value there. Oh.
Trying to make a play here, but Bulldog doesn't have. He got a little bit more mana back, but he just, he's just gonna walk it off.
See, that's the sort of play that if he was level 6 would have looked really good. But level 5, Azir dashing at you, you're not that afraid.
Yeah, not really. Just trying to make a play here. He's got Andal nearby.
I think part of it is also put the pressure down on BDD, help crush the wave, and then Bulldog can hopefully get a reset because he's already so low on mana and health.
Yeah. BDD about to hit level 6. It looks like he mistimed it a little bit. No, it's perfect. He gets on top of Andal, and that's first blood. As it does go over to Beryl, who came in to join here as well.
Yeah, so well played there from KT, just waiting for that moment. They got the shockwave, connects, and Andal, you have to flash the shockwave, but clearly caught off guard.
Yeah, BDD about to hit level 6. It looks like he mistimed it a little bit. No, it's perfect. He gets on top of Andal.
Andal's still bad, guys.
Blood, as it does go over to Beryl, who came in to join
He's
here.
still bad.
Looks like he tried, and then it was like somehow interrupted. I'm sure we'll take a look at the replay.
So 6 minutes. Pyosik still level 4, of course.
Yeah, kind of unfortunate. They should have seen that coming. I mean, it was pretty obvious BD sticking around looking for the angle.
Yeah, and you know that Bulldog was nearly level 6, so it's not like they didn't have the information.
Yeah, maybe thinking they could step up to it, maybe not expecting so many people to be there. Either way, Kwangdong Freecs, they do take the Void Grubs down, all 3 of them. I think they got 6 in the last game. They got a bunch.
Andal is bad.
Too much.
Yeah, I think so. It honestly is one of these things where you kind of see it and then you forget.
Is caster volume okay for you guys?
Sometimes it's impactful, sometimes
Might turn up
it's
a little
really,
bit.
like, not making
I tried to have it,
impact, but KT looking to secure that
you know, at a good
first
volume to actually hear what they're saying,
no real
but
context line to stop
not be
it, so
overpowering.
will be Solid want to pick up, and I think we've said this a bit, but the discussion of dragon stacking versus grub stacking, dragon stacking always is a winner for me.
Indeed. Always.
Oh, we have
winning out.
Ocean, then Cloud. Could we get Chemtech Soul?
Oh no.
The Trinity?
No. Actually, yeah. No, sorry, not this time. We didn't get in the last one. True. With our powers combined, we were able to avoid that. So we're just.
Are your children going to go Korean education? Well, my son is currently in Korean school, but we're gonna go back to the States at the end of this year. So no, I don't want my kids to be in Korean elementary school. It's not great, guys. The preschool and stuff he's in right now is wonderful, but that's when they start all the like rote memorization testing that Koreans love and just like destroy their childhoods. So yeah, we're not gonna be sending him to the old Korean grade school. But for now, it's great for him learning Korean, and it's been really good. It's one of the reasons we're here is so the older one can go to Korean school for a bit.
Just flash, you need flash shockwave. No other way to spin it.
Crushing Maw.
Crushing more. I knew that. I was testing you.
Yeah. I think it's that. I did look them up, of course. But yeah, just sticking around a little bit.
American Public Elementary.
This is
Probably.
the swiftest team I've seen for a long time. Ever since they like initially buffed swiftness boots.
Will your kids be bilingual then? Yes.
Super broken, but 3 swift boots on the side.
That's one of the reasons why we're here right now.
Yeah, if you could just run away from your opponents, then you don't have to fight them. Cuz is going to come in here, he's going to find that control ward as he is playing for the timing of this blue. And we'll look for it, actually. Pyosik is level
How well do
6
I
now,
speak Korean? Not
doesn't
well.
look like he'll get here on time.
I mean, I can get by, but a lot of the people, a lot of the casters who are in Korea have better Korean than mine. Like Wolf's like fluent in Korean, but he's been here. He was in Korea. He's lived in Korea for like 12 years now. So he was here before I came to Korea, and then he stayed here the entire time, whereas I left for 6 years. But most of the other casters, I would say, are better than me at this point in time.
So that's one annoying interaction as a Nocturne player that can definitely.
Probably not like the new guys like Ox and Chronicler, but like Valdez, Achilleos. Those guys are all pretty good now.
I mean, you take a look at this, like the roots into shots from the sky, from the way, and you've got that extra poke and lane control with the Caitlyn. Not really much.
Do I prefer living in Korea or the U.S.? It depends on what I'm up to. I mean, living in Korea is pretty sick right now.
also as
I live in Incheon, so not in Seoul, because that's where my wife's parents are. We live in like the same apartment complex.
Trying to get in here
Oh,
onto
we're
Cuz,
going
who's
in.
enemy territory.
Oh,
Fails
fail.
the Q over the wall and goes down. Maybe tried to get it off quick so he didn't get blocked. Now looking for BDD. Does get the scoop here, but the flash comes in. And he's getting shot down from
Oh my god.
range, and that's gonna be
Dude, the
Bulldog.
Jin Senna lethality combo is just fucking gross.
Kind of the shooting gallery with the Jin and the Senna together.
So yeah, right now it's just cheap to be in Korea. Like I have a 4-bedroom, 1,300 square foot apartment for like $1,000 a month.
That initial nocturnal.
And
Dude, trying to get in here, that is not going to hit, but he is going to play on the opposite side of it. Perfect.
Dudu's
Still
rumble
on
has left a lot to be
chase.
desired.
Can he get in range here of Dudu? And it's a bait as here comes Cuz, and the damage is being pumped into the Udyr, and down he goes.
Gets it with the
Will
ignite.
pick up this kill.
So unfair. Perfect walks all the way around the equalizer.
How good is
takes down
Papa's
the
Korean?
kill.
Probably worse than mine.
Unfortunately, enemy jungler there
I don't know
first.
though.
Do you see now KT going for the rest of the Void Grubs, not wanting to give away the full 6 out of 6?
Are you aiming for Phillips Exeter Academy? No. No way, man.
That is now the vital down, which will take a bit of time.
I went to public high school in Colorado and I was in an international baccalaureate program. It didn't stop me from getting into a top college, so.
Really, Kwangdong Freecs are the ones with a much better setup.
Those East Coast academies are fucking gross, man.
A couple even deeper into KT's side of the map as well.
Have I seen the Cabashard flat Earth stuff? No, I haven't.
That fight from before. Cuz just kind of hanging out. You can see he's trying to get the quick one because Josek's playing the wall and trying to block it. And
Trying to find like a good angle to avoid him. It's difficult. And then here, honestly, you just need to flash the shuffle. I think he thought flash downwards. It means Azir can't flash to follow me, but you ended up in a perfect position to get punished there.
yeah. I mean, if you're going to flash anyway, just flash the shuffle, you know, but maybe just assumed that perhaps he would get away and then flash later after figuring out that he would not be okay. In fact, because we did have the dragon going down, it's a Mountain Soul for game number 2.
Pretty good one for either team, honestly, in terms of the shield you get. Definitely going to help the squishy carries on Kwangdong Freecs, and for this Udyr, 3 Mountain Dragons. I'll go along with
But yeah,
this.
being in Korea right now is good, and you know, we came out here because basically because I'm running Last Free Nation, there's no reason for us to be in Los Angeles anymore, and like I don't really like LA, and it's very expensive there. So we figured we'd leave LA, and while we didn't have a house because selling our house, thought it might be fun to come to Korea for a while and make sure our older kid is fluent in Korean and send him into Korean language like preschool, and then we could eventually move to Colorado.
I think perhaps Dudu should be building that 3rd item. Honestly, Huni says sometimes even 2nd is 5, but definitely not 4.
Yeah, 4th is
Very late.
It's after the Udyr has tanked too much in the game.
Any chance for Casey to come back this split? No.
Eventually, Pioshik already has
It's Bover.
his plate. And
Do I already have a place in Colorado? No.
big impact. I mean, he was there for the vibe.
We'll go house hunting when we get back.
I think a big thing with Nocturne is measuring the impact of the ults, but also the more early kills you get, the more ultimate hunter stacks you get, the more frequently you can ult and just build up that momentum. So hoping to see some more activity from him. I also think that the Hex play
Moving to Pueblo.
also
No.
made for Nocturne.
Get
It
out.
looks like they
Nobody's
designed
moving to
that
Pueblo.
for
That
him.
place is gross.
Might be able to get a chance to show it off.
Probably we'll move to Denver.
Here on the Red Trail, that's not going to happen for KT. 'Cause
You're in the
he's
Fort
down
Collins area? I was born in Fort Collins. I grew up in Fort Collins.
Pretty straight up. They had Ondil up there as well. And
That's where I'm from.
it's a better tempo to get up there on time. And so maybe they
Plan to stay in Korea. No, I'm just staying here till I'm just staying here till November.
Game is exactly even in terms of gold. There it is, the shockwave, and will he be able to get away? The fear comes through. And
All right,
Sean
force
Rowe.
flash from Dudu.
Flash?
Kind of useless ignite.
Which kind of just felt like a panicked.
Yeah.
Get away
A
from
little
me,
weird.
right?
Press all the buttons.
Milk toast, thank you.
Like films and they're waving in front of the monster or whatever. Kind of felt like that.
Yes, Jeff P. I went to Pooter High School in Fort Collins.
Like a bad play from KT. Obviously, you did love to get more, but it's really measuring the impact. Okay, you've got that flash. but
Boulder is your favorite?
All right, here we go. Little combo once again. Barrel.
Well, Boulder is weird and expensive, so I will not be living there. Unless you guys all give me your Twitch Primes. Then I'll live in Boulder. But I need more money to do that. So
Here we go. Little combo once again. Barrel.
I need you guys to watch a bunch of Last Free Nation content and to give me all your
But now
subscriptions.
we're going very deep. He's going to get the kill right as the flash comes through, because in a lot of trouble, and Pyosik and Def will take him down. Shots from the Jin, attempting to help out, not doing too much, and now Ando in a lot of trouble. Perfect, he's looking for a bit more. He knows he's teaming.
Thank you, Duda1125.
It's not perfect. Maybe too far, and down he goes. Bit of a mistake
I
there.
appreciate your
Oh,
Twitch
will
Prime
pick up a
sub.
kill.
yeah, that was a mega overcommit, and you got to bear in mind, this is an AD Jin.
Since you're telling us where you went to high school, can you tell us your mother's maiden name? Any pets? Hey!
I don't think the idea to chase the Jin away was bad, but stop before you get to the tower is the general thing. But overall, I think KT answered back
Yes,
pretty
we
well
plan on
that
raising
way.
our children bilingual. My wife is
The main thing
bilingual.
I was going to say, so you burn the flash from Dudu. You're probably not
When
gonna
will
have
Trolley
enough in
sponsor
order to
Power
get
Spike again? We're talking to him about it later this year, so they were a great sponsor. We think they're coming back.
Nocturnal? And the answer is Kwangdong Freecs will just engage on you in your jungle and give them over.
I see.
So now Pyosik has his ult again.
I'm visiting Denver for work at the end of March. Any recommendations? I'll give you recommendations after the game.
Yeah, and Barrel, he's just coming here warding his own jungle. Takes a while, you know, he's trying to
And he
dominate.
I love it. I fucking love Barrel, man.
Yeah, and Barrel, he's just coming.
Ult in, Senna ult on top. Barrel's like, should I flash at the end of this play? Yes, I should flash after the auto is already registered.
Definitely unfortunate. Probably could have used that earlier, but maybe just trying to bait a little bit. Knew his teammates were on the way.
They're really doing him dirty.
He's chasing, he says. Oh.
Whoops.
He pings the Jin flash. He's like, Jin, no flash. Yeah.
You know, honestly, let's see how this.
Thank you, Amma Bear. I appreciate your Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much. I love it, especially because Perfect just has Rookern, so he's like chasing this lethality Jin under turret.
Yeah. Well, we've got a lot of stuff on the ground here, thanks to Jin.
That's a lot of Jin traps. Holy shit. I don't know if I've ever seen like 6 Jin traps on one screen before.
Stuff on the ground. There you go. You put one. Nice. But yeah, we're just fighting here for positioning on the Stragon. Cuz already got started on it, actually. Hold it out of
The Ancient Dreamer, thank you.
But just playing with that.
Bulls in the Nocturne already. You know
Appreciate
they
it.
want to dive in and go for the combo, but Bull and Andal do a pretty smart move, not showing.
Just gonna go for the buy and actually get this kill. I mean, the Nocturne's doing a lot. It will force a flash. He's super fast too. And a little snipe, not gonna quite hit, but the snipe from Barrel over the top. It didn't even look like he was ready for that. That was a lot of damage as well.
Thank you, Lieutenant Dan. All our delightful Twitch Prime subs today. Thank you very much.
Perfect is just unkillable. I mean, Jin doesn't do enough. Here is Bulldog over the top. He just
Nice. Nice engage by Bulldog.
Up a man. They don't have that combo.
BDD has been getting caught out a lot on this Orianna, you gotta say.
I mean,
Little bit of an so this is a little bit of an awkward rumble ult, but I guess the call here is that they want to isolate BDD and Perfect so that they're keeping these people zoned off just so they can quickly kill them.
Bulldog over the top.
BDD again flashing at after an Azir ult. This time he actually makes it over, but Bulldog just flashes over the wall. Oh my god, the sand sludge. Bulldog actually improving.
Should be going down here eventually. Gets taken out by Bull, and Kwangdong Freecs turn that
I think
one
this
around.
Nocturne is
So
butt
much
cheeks,
weird to
guys.
kill the Vi. And the thing is, sure, taking the jungler out is a good move if you want to secure an objective. But the main thing is,
Did you know this ADC is the guy that griefed Gilius and Wonder in solo queue? They complained about how shit he was. I don't know, man. I was told he wasn't good in challengers, but he's having a good series here. He also seems to have a lot of personality from some of the on-camera stuff I've seen from him.
Manages to get some distance, but the follow-up really good here from Barrel. But you've now been so many 4 ults down, and Udyr, I mean, his ult's got a low cooldown, but it's not really like that much of an ultimate. And now it just means Kwangdong Freecs have so much power, so they throw down the double combo of the equalizer, the curtain, and then the center ult.
It seems so quaint in Champ Select when we were discussing
coordination
how
so
could they
good, and I
possibly
think
kill this
KT
Udyr?
really disrespected
Which,
the
I don't know why that
power
was a take.
that Kwangdong Freecs still had.
Yeah, just
There's a lot of damage.
way too aggressively on the side of KT, and it was a beautiful fight from Kwangdong Freecs. Look at CD Max, he can barely believe his eyes. He's like, holy crap, these guys are pretty good. Saying they're crazy.
Did I read the RNG scandal? An old player said they match fixed the games versus G2, more specifically MSI, where G2 and TL faced each other.
Even the Rumble ult and
Really?
the right on top of it, Senna layered.
Where can I watch Gen G?
KT was just like,
I don't know what the question that is. The LCK stream?
and then they brought it.
They definitely did.
That's a Mountain Drake that's denied from Udyr. It's denied from KT. Kwangdong Freecs are ahead on gold.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, man, there's been a lot of match fixing in esports. I can tell you guys right now, there has been match fixing in League of Legends at tier 1 that has not been reported on.
Right, we got the combo once again. No shuffle
Like,
here.
I know some
Instead of
instances.
Bulldog, and yeah, he's just being bullied in the top side.
Such a good spell shield from Kyosik to block the ult.
Riot doesn't give a shit, though, because it would just look bad for them.
He would have been able to slide away. So really well played, and they know the combo. It's clearly very well practiced.
All right, trying to get something done here, but the fear comes through from Barrel. Do they have the damage on the top? Yes, they do. They take out Barrel, but now Cuz in trouble himself.
Oh.
By Jin as bullets.
Dude, I don't know why we were so down on Jin. Dude, the Yomo's Collector Jin build is fucking so good.
And I think one of the really big problems KT are having is they are so powerful with their ultimates, but they are so ult-reliant. And it's like they get a kill, and they're like, guys, we're so strong, we're 5 against 4. And it's like, well, in reality, yes, you got that kill, and that's great, but you lose so much of your fight.
Not MSI, it was Worlds. And RNG has apparently given a statement that this was not the case. Wow, RNG said they didn't match fix? What a surprise, guys. I totally expected them just to admit to it.
Powerful, the great spell shield, that's great. Really good play. But they walk around here with so much confidence, like, hey, we just got a kill, we're fine.
Yeah, match fixing is when you place wagers on the match and then the team intentionally loses so that you can get, cash in on good odds. It's happened a lot in esports.
Sprinting at him.
But no, I don't know anything about this, so I don't have an opinion. Look at this fourth shot. Pop.
I forgot the name of Senna Ultimate. The Senna Ultimate combo.
Yes.
Just so powerful in those open areas where you have a bit of lockdown. Or, I mean, even in enclosed areas. Any area just where someone's locked in place. If the first slow hits, you're just going to get annihilated.
Yeah. Especially in a team fight, you want to do that combo ideally.
It happened a lot, particularly in StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2. Because it's easier to match fix in 1v1 games, right? Because it just takes one person doing it. Shobes, I'm not guilty, says every guilty person ever. Yeah, exactly. What do you expect RNG to just, like, yeah, save your life? These guys.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit much. We're trying to deal damage to Udyr again. Not sure about that. Okay, we got through one shield.
Yep. Now he has to wait for his Kinetic Rukin to come back. Take that, Udyr.
So, like, where is KC versus Vitality VOD? It's on my Bangers Only channel. Do exclamation point VODs. Oh, no, wait! I forgot to record that one. Rip. I did do the review, though. Sorry. Where can I watch Gen G now? On my Bangers Only channel, you can watch Gen G versus T1. There you go. The Wayward Dog, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. So here's the problem, guys. When I forget to VPN to Japan, if I'm just on my Korean IP address, Korean Twitch doesn't let you save VODs. So I forgot to VPN to Japan that day. And soon, when they take Twitch out of Korea, which is going to be, I don't know, like a couple weeks maybe, end of January maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna have to VPN to see it at all.
So you can potentially threaten. I will say the big problem is last Dragon fight, Bull and Andal didn't have flashes, and that makes things so much easier. This time with them having those summoners available, it's going to be a trickier task for this KT lineup, who are already down about 2,000 gold. So they've started to set up some vision, but they don't have too much deep vision in this situation.
What VPN do you use, Monty? And coincidentally, yes, ExpressVPN. I'm using it right now. They sponsor Summoning Insight. ExpressVPN.com/summoning for 3 free months. Do it. that helps us out.
To come down and finding that key window. I'd love to see Perfect find a flank angle, head down towards that bot try, maybe come at a different angle so when Piosik goes in, you're there to follow up.
Yeah, definitely looking for that angle right now. Cuz has to back away. KT Rolster going to get to work on this dragon. Kwangdong Freecs attempting to set up a position here, but a lot of traps in the way, and Deft is able to shell in some damage on the flank here.
Yeah, not
with the Senna. Okay, well, let's see if they actually do make a play for the equalizer over the top. Doesn't do much.
Same equalizer angle as before, right?
And the trap, Cuz is going to step it up and he steals it, and he just walks away.
Oh, no.
Okay, well, let's see if they actually do make a play for the equalizer over the top. Doesn't do much.
Piosik. Okay. So he can smite it right now. But he doesn't. What is he doing? Like, I don't know, man. That was weird. Feels like he should have gotten that one.
Over the top, he's looking for something, trying to get on that Azir.
Like, why doesn't he just use Nocturnal? What is he doing? What is he doing? Like, he sees it getting low, so he could just Nocturnal, smite, engage, or walk away. Just use Nocturnal and escape under the cover of night. Like, what? Like, why isn't he Nocturnalting now? Look at this. Isn't he like panic knocked? He's like, oh, fuck. Darkness.
Walks away, and here comes Piosik over the top. He's looking for
Piosik is here and he's helping.
Get on that Azir. He's just gonna push him away. And now this front line here for the side of KT, it is going down pretty quickly, and Andal's doing so much from range. Do they have the damage? Yes, they do. Dudu is able to flash on in, and he's looking for even more. Wants to take down BDD, and that he will.
Dude, Piosik mom spaghettied it so hard.
Wiped here on the dragon, and they didn't even get the dragon itself.
Getting absolutely annihilated. Beautiful steal from Cuz, but the ensuing fight. Piosik and BDD have been so sharp on the Oriana Nocturne combo all game, and this time they actually mess it up. They kind of Swift to punish Dudu. Untouched, annihilates them. Yeah, Piosik doesn't want to die, doing so much damage, and here's the replay. So
like, Piosik just ult.
Necessarily a super bad thing.
You can't smite what you can't see. Just ult. Ult.
Kind of criminal, but here, Piosik doesn't want to dive onto the Jhin who's ulting. He goes for the Azir, but the Azir just dashes away. The shockwave doesn't come through. Perfect gets melted.
Meanwhile, Dudu gonna do 1 bazillion damage. And then look at this. Fucking Andal, man. Gets the root as well.
Already overextended so far that it, Bull's able to set up from the beginning. Andal's able to set up at the middle parts of it. Dudu's able to flash in towards the end. It all works out perfectly. For
Andal good?
Freecs.
No.
And now, coming into this one, KT were in a pretty good position earlier on in the game, but now Kwangdong Freecs, they've opened this one right.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah. Okay, a little combo. Uh-oh. You don't have the vision. Who are you going to press it on? Absolutely nobody.
Power the center of the Shroud is so good against the knock.
Yeah. Okay, a little combo. Uh-oh.
You don't have the
vision. Just doing a little trolling, guys. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Just some light trolling from our friend World Champion Piosik. We've got some light trolling from our world champion, 2-time world champion Barrel, by the way. Just some light trolling there, face checking a bush with Wei. Okay, well, they just lose now.
KT Rolster are falling apart. Kwangdong Freecs are looking pretty
just some light trolling. Would you ever cast Dota? No, I know nothing about Dota. I've literally never played Dota 2.
Something you can fix between games, and I 100% agreed, and yet they have. It's night and day.
But I can tell you that I would be 1 billion times better than all their Dota casters, because those guys have the most boring analysis desks known to man. Holy shit. Dota broadcasts are like the driest. Oh my God. It's like a desert. That's how dry it is.
I don't know what was done. I don't know if
They're not fun. There's no fun to be had. It's just like, they're so nerdy, dude. They're so nerdy. They just, the desks are so painful.
Break, and that really helped. They needed potassium, but the coordination has been so good. The shuffle here on BDD.
Dota wouldn't know what to do with me. I'd start having hot takes and like arguing and yelling at people, and their brains would just explode.
And you've got this extra tankiness. You have a front line that is able to push forward and create space for Jin Senna. And they're able to do
Esports
damage
for neckbeards by neckbeards. That's Dota right there. And it's like only the most anal neckbeards as well.
You know, it feels like they're really comfortable on it, and I think KT, their confidence has been shaken. And they're at the point now where even if they kill a high priority target, if you kill Bull, which is no easy task, let's say you do, you still
Do
have
I mind if people repost questions? No, not really.
Fed Azir to deal with, and I just think gas isn't there in the tank. Look at the item difference top lane.
Yeah.
It's like 1 3/4.
He has so much money that
look, if Sir Action Slacks didn't exist, there would be nothing interesting on a Dota broadcast.
Okay, well,
they finally did it, guys. Did you see what they did? They finally got it. They finally got the Ori knocked ult combo down.
even though it is void,
They finally did it.
assuming it's void,
Here we go.
he'll get it. Okay, well,
They finally got onto Bull, but he has flash. The long range snipe. Good job, Beryl. But it's too late. They're all dead.
And he is a Caitlyn. He doesn't have many ways to get out of this either. Even with Beryl trying to help out, here's perfect over the top. Now he's going to run away. Not thinking about sticking in this one too much longer, as Dudu is still on the chase, and now you're burning through this Udyr. Now you've got the items to deal with this tanky front line. And they're showing that they can do it. Almost 10,000 gold to lead for Kwangdong Freecs.
Yeah, I feel like that was one of those situations where maybe if that play hadn't happened at 28 minutes with a 10k goal difference, it could have been really good. But they
It was the
finally
desperation
managed to
play.
punish Bull, but again, it's just not enough. You don't have the follow through for the rest of the fight, and the goal difference is just far too much. Yes, the animated carry dies. You dent his KDA a little bit, but there's not much more to do from that. And it's like, this just looks like they're so far behind, so obviously it takes a lot of effort.
What's the slow from Dudu? The harpoons. It's a rumble E.
It seems so straightforward. But the punish is very severe from Kwangdong Freecs. They definitely make KT answer for that one.
What a weird game this is, by the way, guys. Like, everybody is like 1.5 screens away from each other at all times. Like, Barrel's killing him from like a screen away. It's like Rumble ults and Jin ults and Caitlyn ults and Nocturne ults. Just like, everything's just flying around from a screen away. It's a very strange game. Fun, though. I'm enjoying watching it, but it is weird.
These things where Seeker's Arm Guard compared to Stopwatch, you can't build it into a GA. It's a lot more expensive. The stats aren't as good. It's such a luxury buy. But when you're this far ahead, you are doing more damage than death, even though you just spent like 1,600 gold on a defensive item that gives nothing, basically. And that
Rumble damage? Well, I mean, look at him.
Massive problems in this game.
Now he's stacking Medjai's.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to do that combo anymore on him.
He has magic penetration. He's got Rift Maker.
That's the next question.
I remember the old days when Banshee's Veil was super strong and everyone on your team used to build it.
Yeah.
And it was a tank item. It didn't have AP on it. It was just tank.
Is Twisted Fate not viable? I feel like you just get shit on by like Azir, Orianna, and Corki as TF. That doesn't sound too fun to play against. You just get poked constantly in lane.
But the active is really good.
The active is really good. This equalizer is decent. They're using a lot. And
what a troll. He actually bought Arm Guard, guys, just for this moment. What a fucking troll. Pioshik just took the bait, though. Amazing.
And the entire team is so fed right now that you try to dive onto the gym.
Amazing, dude. Pioshik got baited so hard.
Will go tapped as we do have Cuz biting the dust. As well. There he goes. And even the try to push here.
Bull after the last time that he got Oriana ulted was like, never again. Just buys arm guard.
As well, and Kwangdong as a team might just be able to end the game.
Yeah, I mean, this is
too good. That's too fucking funny, guys.
KT looked like it took a lot of time to win out the game. Kwangdong Freecs, this was a more decisive win. This game T was significantly more decisive.
I mean, they kind of won the game off of it, right? They won the final push because he bought arm guard. Can you argue with the results?
You know, regardless of the outcome of the series as a whole, I wanted to see.
All right, why were we down on this draft? Like, I feel the draft was fine. People were shitting on it. What are they going to say about this? I'm curious.
From the draft, I think they started, or they brought it as the same type of concept from the compared to game 1, which is like they still fail, but this time they actually pick Vi instead of Rumble as is straight up. So they actually have a more follow-up, and I really liked the 4-5 pick, which is like the Santa Jean.
Yeah,
so
I thought Santa Jean was great.
At least at the team fight, the execution is like
maybe they didn't realize how strong lethality Jin is right now.
I knew the Hue, and we knew the Hue and Caitlyn coming.
We called it, and like I was so concerned that Kwangdong were just going to lose this game early because they were just going to get pushed in so hard bottom and just have no agency. But KT made a few mid-game mistakes, and then as you're saying, we've seen Jin work super well with.
Yeah, like there have been like 4 or 5 ADCs banned every one of these games. They're trying to punish Bull, but it's not working.
It allows Cuz to actually just go in, and no matter how far away his team is, they can help. Because there's been a few times where Cuz has gone in, everyone's a little bit too far to follow up. This time, you get to follow up from no matter where you are.
Works out pretty well, especially when I like compositions with Jin when Jin isn't the main character. And this was one of those games, right? You had Emperor's Device to look out for, the equalizers, which were the main combo. Then he's the icing on the cake. Works out quite nicely. Let's jump into our first highlight here. This is where we really started to see the Nocturne the entirety of the game.
Nocturne was useless. I think Nocturne's a bait pick. That's my take, guys. The more I see it, and the more I see it banned, I just wonder, when is this champion good? Right